Blessings to you and welcome to my channel. Here on Neat Things, the first purpose of these videos is to provide a showcasing of my skills to potential employers so that you can see that my skills will add security hardness to your clients and value to your organization. Second purpose is in hopes that people will stumble across these videos and that these videos will help them in their day-to-day tasks. This is just basically a diary of my journey in learning cybersecurity engineering. And while I am a trained cybersecurity engineer, I am always learning. I do make mistakes from time to time. And this is less me teaching you as a teacher and more me displaying my journey in hopes that you will learn something and enjoy it as well. What we have right here is a task report. You want to familiarize yourself with task reports. If you are new to cybersecurity engineering, you will probably see or even make task reports in your career. If you are victorious in finding a job and making a career for yourself, managing users is definitely something that cybersecurity engineers do on a day-to-day basis. The project description here includes the commands that we will be using. Those commands are useradd, usermod, userdel, and chown. So here's the scenario. A new employee, researcher 9, let's call him Charles, joins the organization. The following tasks are completed to add them to the system and manage their access during their time with the organization. Managing access is definitely a huge part of security hardness. 1, we will add the user and add them to their primary group. 2, we will make the user the owner of a file related to a project they will work on. And 3, we will add the user to a supplementary group. And 4, we will delete the user from the organization's system. So, adding a user. This task report, I put this task report together with the help of a template given to me by the Google Cybersecurity Plus certificate, which I have ascertained. And I put this task report together based on a lab that I went through. I'm not in the lab environment, so there will be some differences because I'm in this environment here. The user is added using the command sudo useradd researcher9. Let's do that now. Sudo helps to elevate temporarily our permissions. Useradd is the command that we need in order to add the researcher. And researcher9 is the researcher that we're adding. So this is saying user researcher9 already exists because I've already been through this a couple of times in preparation for making this video. So researcher9 has been added. Now, the user is then added to their primary group using the CLI inputs sudo usermod to modify the user, G for group, research team is the name of the group, and researcher9 is the name of the user. So we don't have the team, the group research team made yet. Let's do that. So sudo groupadd research team. The sudo elevates our privileges. Groupadd is the command to add a group. Research team is the name of the group. Looks like it worked. Let's check. Now I know that group is the file. And there we have research team at the bottom. So now that we know we have research team as a group, let's add researcher 9 to research team. Let's see if this works. Sudo elevates our privileges. Usermod is the command that modifies our user. G is the modifier that will be adding the user to a group. Research team. That's the name of the group. Researcher 9 is the name of the researcher. Looks like it worked. Let's note here that this task could be condensed into a single step using the command sudo useradd-g research team researcher 9, which is what we did. Now let's assign file ownership to researcher 9. Now I know, well, right now we're in the etc file. So let's get out of the etc file and let's go back to our home directory. There we are. Now we're in our home directory. And in our home directory, as I said, this is a lab walkthrough, and we're not in the lab. But what we do have is flag.txt right here. That's a file that we can assign ownership to. Let's do that. So we know we're in our proper directory. File, project_r.txt, or in our case, flag.txt. Its ownership is changed from researcher 2 to researcher 9. Right now we're changing it from Luke to researcher 9 using the following commands. The proper directory is navigated to. We know that we are in the proper directory here. And the directory's contents are explored, what we've done here with the ls command for list. Now the file's ownership is changed. We do that with chown. Just in case, let's start with our elevated privileges command sudo. Then chown, that's the command that changes the ownership of the file. Who are we assigning the file to? Researcher 9. And what file are we assigning? Flag.txt. Looks like it worked. Let's check and see. We'll do ls-la. And here we see researcher 9 owns flag.txt. Victory. We've done it. If you're interested in the command semantics behind some of these commands, the PDF of this walkthrough has command semantics in it and can be found in the show notes, either directly or through a link to my website that should have the task walkthroughs, or I'm sorry, the task report PDFs on the website for you to download to find the command semantics. Moving on, adding a user to a secondary group. The user is added to a secondary group using the command sudo usermod G sales team researcher 9. So we know that we do not have sales team as a group. So here's a bonus. I'm going to use the up arrow to find previous commands in order. So there's our usermod command. What about our add group command? Groupadd, there we go. Sudo groupadd research team. How about sudo groupadd sales team? This user is pretty versatile. being in the research team and the sales team. Let's make a group for the sales team. Now let's check and make sure that that worked. So we will change directory to our etc directory, and we will concatenate our group file to make sure that we did add the right group. There we go. Research team was added, and sales team was just added. Can we change directory just directly to home? Or directly to that? Oh, how about that? Cool. And we are right where we want to be. All right. The user is added to a secondary group using the command sudo. Sudo elevates temporarily our privileges. Usermod modifies our user. G is the A, then capital G is our modifier for this task. Sales team is the name of our group, and researcher 9. Researcher 9 is the name of our user. Looks like it worked. Again, here are the command semantics. Usermod with -a is used alongside the following command to append without overwriting. That's the secondary part, not overwriting but appending. That's why it's an A. And then the capital G adds the supplemental group. So sudo usermod A G group username. Now we're going to delete a user. Now we're in a circumstance where Researcher 9 has been in our organization for a while. He's done well. He's got some accolades and some awards. It's been a couple of years, and now he's moving on to a new organization. So in order to maintain our security hardness, although we love Researcher 9, it's time to delete his permissions. More than delete his permissions, he's no longer part of the organization. So we're going to delete this user completely. And the way that we're going to do that is sudo userdel for user delete researcher 9. Goodbye, Researcher 9, and have a great rest of your career. There we go. It's done. The user's group is then deleted. Sudo groupdel researcher 9. So the researcher 9 group does not exist. So we've deleted researcher 9, and he is sayonara. As a cybersecurity analyst, or a CSA, daily tasks like adding, deleting, and managing access to files for members of organizations are part of ensuring the security posture of the organization is sound. In this task report, some of the Linux CLI skills needed to manage members' ability to perform work in a safe way have been displayed. Thank you for your time. Go get some pizza, and don't forget, drop by B-Dubs and eat a spicy hot wing for me. God bless the work of your hands. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video out of the, maybe it's millions at this point, of videos that are out there. If you want to build on this knowledge, I'm talking going from CLI, command line, built-in help commands, straight into hacking Starlink. Click on this video. You'll be really disappointed because that's not how we do things around here. We learn ethical hacking one step at a time. My goal is not to turn you into an ethical hacker in 6 months. My goal is to show you my journey, which is slow and steady. It's like the mind of the tortoise with the skill of the hare. A hairy tortoise. That's right. That's Griffin right there. Anyway, click on one of these videos. The next step is just at your fingertips. And if there is something that you would really like to learn from yours truly, drop me a line. Put a nice big fat worm on that line and maybe I'll take a bite. No, hopefully I'm smarter than that. We'll see though. Use the comment section. Let me know what you want to learn. I'll probably read your comment. And if all the stars align, I might even make a video teaching that thing. But it's not really me teaching, right? No, it's really my journey. So I might take what you want your journey to look like and make it part of my journey. And not to get too sentimental here, but we'll be walking down the same path together. We'll be like digital friends. It'll be great. All right. Good talk. God bless the work of your hands. And we will see you if we see you.